I had a word with Dave after that. Not too sure that there was a little there. But it put me in good stead with docking.
Oh, it is 11 o'clock. I will call the Parks Commission meeting to order. First order of business is the approval of minutes. Here we entertain a motion to do so.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion. Any additions, corrections, or deletions to those minutes? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, finance reports.
You will find your finance reports in your packet, starting with the capital fund of the Parks Division. You will see you have two projects currently open, one incurring expenses, which is the Ramsdale metal roofing, and you have a balance available for future projects of just under 117,000. Moving on to your Parks Division revenue and expenses, you will see that you're at about 31% of your revenues, as opposed to only about 11% of your expenses, which is understandable considering the season we're in. We've just kind of opened the parks about a month ago, and so you're going to start seeing those wages and temporary employees and seasonal expenses start occurring in this division. Again, you have a cash on hand of $79,886.18. If you have any questions, I will attempt to answer them.
Questions? I haven't been up there, but is a metal on the barn? Okay. And that's paid for?
They're currently working on the roofs. He hasn't started on the barn yet.
Oh,
Pretty small crew, so
yeah,
it takes.
yeah. Okay. Next item is Parks update. Parks monthly report. Good morning.
Yeah, so, got a bit of work going on around the parks. We replaced most of the boards on the cargo bridge at Bicentennial, hoping to paint the footbridge that's over there as well. Had some basketball hoops to repair at Gerber, still have to put those back up. Iron Lake Dock, one of the poles actually sunk, so we have to go fix that. Medina, there's a big tree down by one of the pavilions. Luckily, it didn't hit it. Came very close. Have to clean that up. And then a group called the Medina Pioneers actually came out last weekend to Medina Park to volunteer. They cut back a bunch of brush along the perimeter, and they cleaned up leaves around the fence, stuff like that.
Nice.
And yeah, like I said, the roofing project at Ramsdale's in progress.
Yeah.
So you need to get a pioneer group for every park. You'd be a little bit ahead.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, the north gate at Bicentennial, when I came in, was open. Now, are you working there today?
No.
It's right along the fence line, that gate that opens up on Bicentennial.
I'm talking,
Tipton Highway.
yeah, on Tippin High, yeah. I'm just not sure which side is the north gate. You talking about the main gate or the small?
Oh, no, the small gate down at the end of the field. So,
That typically shouldn't be open.
I know, so if you're not working there today, when I go back home, I'll close it, okay? I didn't know if you were working, that's why I didn't,
Yeah, right.
since I was coming here, okay, I'll close it when I go back.
Yes. And I mentioned last meeting that we own 40 acres on the other side of the creek in Medina Park. And there used to be a bridge. I think we ought to be figuring out how to bridge the.
Ralph, have him get his mic.
Bridge the creek so that we can get to our 40 acres and use it. At least the Medina people, the Canandaigua people use that park. And they're probably wondering why we don't use the 40 acres.
Right. Yeah, we have looked in the past at a bridge.
What?
We have looked in the past at a bridge and we need one that can support the weight of our equipment. And that was found to be an astronomical price. We also tried looking at a way to get to the other side from the other side of the creek, and the landowner was not interested in dealing with us. So, yeah, the only other option would be to look at maybe a footbridge, but then there's no way to cut the trails, unfortunately.
There's what?
If we looked at a footbridge that couldn't support our equipment, then there'd be no way to cut the trails. But right now, we're kind of at a roadblock.
So how do you,
You could, I could cut the trail. Give it a chainsaw, I go in there and,
No, we mean with lawnmowers.
what?
We mean for the lawnmowers.
We need,
Lawnmowers.
oh, you don't need a lawnmower, you just, cut a little brush here, a little brush there, and leave the trail through.
Right, we're just worried if we don't keep up with it, then it might just grow back over.
how do you get the lawnmower over there now?
Yeah, that's the problem.
So you're not mowing those trails?
Right. Yeah, the whole half of the park on the other side of the creek is inaccessible.
So what was the, what was the estimate for the bridge?
That was unfortunately before both mine and the Deputy Superintendent Kaminsky's timeframe. But I do remember we've had lots of conversation regarding the bridge, and to develop a bridge that is able to meet the needs to maintain that other side of the park is extremely expensive. And we would need to maintain that with the gear and equipment that Building and Grounds has for multiple reasons. One, to actually enjoy the park, but two, liability issues as well. You wouldn't want there to be overgrowth, somebody cross on a footbridge because that equipment can't get over there and get injured. And then they're there and I don't know, maybe somebody knows they're there, maybe somebody doesn't, but they could be stuck on that side of the bridge and be injured due to the fact that we haven't been able to care for it appropriately.
I don't recall the exact number, but it was over $300,000.
Yes,
Yeah,
300?
yes,
I think closer to 4.
yes.
It was substantial.
You
Wow.
don't need all that. All you need is a footbridge and a trail. And, one person with a chainsaw could go in there once a year and clip a branch here and a limb there and have a nice walking trail. You don't need, you don't, well, all I'm saying is we need to change our thinking from a giant bridge to a little footbridge and a foot trail. The maintenance isn't hard. I've got a foot trail through my woods. I go in there once in a while with a chainsaw, knock a limb off there, knock a limb off there, make the trail pink through. But, yeah, the people there donated it, and they're wondering why they can't use it.
We can certainly investigate the cost of a footbridge.
What?
So we can certainly investigate the cost of,
Yeah. Just for kicks, who owns what? Who's our neighbor?
it's a farmer,
You don't know though, his name.
not off the top of my head. no.
He's not allowed access.
Right.
His property or right away or anything.
Seems a shame to have that 40 acres and not be able to do anything.
If you don't want to let us, you probably certainly don't want to sell us a 30-foot easement,
Yeah, we had asked about that as well.
you know.
Hmm.
But that should be told to the people that donated the park. How come you aren't using it? Because it's landlocked, you dumb shit, and we can't, and we can't do anything because it's landlocked. I mean, it's too bad, but right now, that's where we're at. Yes, Shannon.
I have to say that since Deputy Kaminsky has come on board, he has been doing a lot of work to try to find access to that acreage on the other side of Medina Park. He is consistently looking at opportunities and ways that we could access that. So I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon with the deputy. So hopefully as we move forward, we can hear more ideas of opportunities to access that part of the park.
creating opportunities to access. That says it's the bridge.
And we will look into that. We also have to do that in line with our liability insurance. And so we have to look at those things that keep us in tune with our insurance, our property insurance scheduling.
That a trail from the woods that I found. We use it all the time and it's no big deal. Knock a limb off here and there and you cut it on through. How wide is, how wide is the?
Creek.
Yeah, the creek or the body of water.
I think it was maybe about 30 feet that maybe a little more that they had to span the bridge they planned on,
Is it as wide as this room?
but not this entire one.
I'm talking
Probably.
about this one.
Probably maybe from that wall to the banister. Yeah. Obviously, they have to go a little further because of the
Oh, yeah.
floodplain.
But how wide, how much water, what's the actual waterway? What's,
At this time of year, maybe 15 feet.
Like that. But it varies with the seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about depth, we're talking about the width across.
Yeah, they looked for the narrowest point and I think it came out to maybe 30 feet that they
Okay.
had to
You
really.
see 30 feet wide? I think you said 30 feet. What, deep?
No,
Across.
crossed.
Oh, yeah.
Across.
Anybody wants to get their real bad, you just take the fuse out. Walk. I suppose none of you guys ever did that. I've done that when I was too young to know too. Well, I think that he's gonna continue to look into it and try to come up with a solution.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. Would you build the bridge or would you hire somebody to build the bridge?
Well, we definitely have to hire somebody.
One of the big problems we've got is liability. And anytime you get somebody that has a problem, a concern, maybe it starts a suit, well, you just 2-3 times as much because county. There's 100,000 people there. That won't be very much per person, $1 a piece. 1,000, they ought to be able to stand 10. They just multiply. Nobody wants to do it till they can smell the green and then. That's just the cost of doing business. Yes, it is. Yes,
Hmm.
it's, well, we got 2 attorneys sitting here, so they understand exactly what I'm saying. And so, like Dan said, up, part of doing business, but sometimes you can't afford to do it, period, because of that. And everybody's a good guy until they get a thorn underneath their toenail. So, well, let's see what happens in meetings in the future and see what he digs up. Okay, Dan? Yeah, all right. You're doing something. Yep. Updates and other business. Everybody's happy. Public comment.
Happy to. Julie Conley with Glenway Conservation District, and it's worth sharing an update from the River Raisin Watershed Quest. One of the biggest lessons we learned is don't have it in May. The people that were organizing it were absolutely swamped with things to do, and it was a lot. but we had 7 teams register, about 5 people per team. And I talked to a lot of the teams because the main event was at the Watershed Council's plant sale, and everybody loved it. So it is definitely something we'll do again, just not in May when so many other things are happening, but fantastic experience. I know I explored parks that I had not seen before and was really proud to know that those are in Lenawee County. And we had great feedback from the participants as well.
Right. Good to know.
Any other public comment? If we don't have any other public comment, is there any other business to come before the board? Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.